Kaixo, egunon, arratsaldeon, edota, gabon. So happy to have you here. I'm so excited to start with this course. Hope you are also excited and hope you learn a lot with these videos. Okay, so we are going to start with the first sentence in Basque. So it says, Ongi etorri euskara klaseetara. Ongi etorri is an expression that you're gonna see a lot when you come into a new place and when you enter in a house. So ongi, when you see ongi, that means good. Every time you see these two letters on, that means good or well. Okay, so ongi, the same, good or well. And then etorri is the verb to come. So welcome. Yes, ongi etorri, welcome. Then we have euskara. Euskara is Basque. And you can also say euskera. Normally Spanish speakers say euskera to refer to Basque, but euskara is in Basque when we want to say Basque. Okay? And then we have clase etara. Okay, so clase is class. And then I'm gonna give you a little tricky mayu, a little trick. It is that when you see double E in a word, most cases it is going to be plural. Okay, so clase e double E plural. And then we've got ra. Later on I will explain you why this ra is so important or why the suffixes in Basque are so important. Okay, so this would be a declension, a kind of suffix. And this suffix means like to, okay? Or towards, in this case to. And then this declension, this suffix, has the plural form with eta, okay? Eta is the plural form of this declension. So, clase etara is to the classes or to the lessons, okay? Even if with the double E we already knew it was plural, the real plural of the declension is eta. But don't worry about these grammatical things because I will explain them in the future better. Okay, so we are going to open the book. We are going to start with the presentation, with the introduction. I'm gonna put myself like this. Okay, so here we have the three typical ways to say hello or to say hi. So the first one, the most general one, kaixo, kaixo. It is the general hello. Then we've got aupa, aupa, it's like hi. Kaixo would be for all kinds of contexts, formal, informal, with friends, with strangers. Aupa is like hi. It may sound a little bit informal, but to be honest, my dad, every time he goes to the library, to a public place, to the council or whatever, he always says, aupa, egunon. When I get on the bus, I always say aupa, and I don't know the bus driver. So yeah, it would be a little bit more informal than kaixo, but you can also use it in some informal contexts. And then yepa, yepa, this one would be very informal with just friends or people you know, yes? Okay, so now we are going to learn how to greet a person depending on the hour or depending on the time of the day, yes? So here we have egunon, egunon. Okay, so egun is day and on, we said that it was good or well. So good day is like good morning. Okay, egunon. And here we have poliche. Poliche with double T. Polita is beautiful, handsome, pretty. Okay, poliche. Egunon, poliche. Then we have eguerdi on. Eguerdi on. Egu comes from egun, that is day. And erdi is half, middle, center. And then on, good. This would be like good midday, good noon, something like that. The time that you don't know if it is morning or afternoon, like at 12 o'clock, at 1 o'clock, 1 p.m., that you don't know if it is morning to say good morning, or you don't know if you should say good afternoon, that would be eguerdion. Then we have arratsaldeon, arratsaldeon, good afternoon or good evening, okay? In Spanish and in Basque, for us, from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. approximately, it is afternoon. Like for us, is everything afternoon. We don't have evening, to be honest. So you can say arratsaldeon. And then from 9 p.m. on, you can say Gabon. And you can stay with friends, imagine, at 10 o'clock. And when you see them and when you meet them, you can say Gabon, ser modus, how are you, good night. Or when you want to say bye-bye, you say Gabon. So Gabon is gau, that is night, and on is good. So when we put them together, we add a B, Gabon. If we write good night, like Gabon in plural, and we say Gabonak, like the good nights, we refer to the period of Christmas. Gabonak, the good nights, Christmas period. Okay. Okay, so now here we have some emojis with very basic expressions we can use in many contexts. Okay, so the first one, the first emoji, can you guess more or less what can it be? I didn't know how to express this, but it is sorry. It is barkatu. Barkatu. It will also sound like with P, barkatu. Okay, so if you are in a crowd, in the middle of a crowd, or in a concert, you can say barkatu, barkatu, barkatu. Yes, or if you want to say excuse me, you can also say barkatu. Okay? Okay, the next one is Mercedes. Not Mercedes, but Mercedes. Mercedes. And that is please. Mercedes, please. Then an answer to please would be eskerrik asko, eskerrik asko, thank you. Eskerrik is like thank, or thank somebody when you thank somebody, but only eskerrik is used, for example, in the WhatsApp or when you send a message to a friend of yours. But grammatically speaking, is not correct. You should say eskerrik asko. Asko is like a lot or many. Eskerrik asko, like many thanks. And then the answer to eskerrik asko can be ez horregatik, like no, not because of that. Ez is no, horregatik would be because of that. Ez horregatik. You can also say ez da ezer, for example. Okay. Okay, so here we have a picture with Pinchos. This is my favorite meal of Basque typical dishes, Basque typical food. If you come to the Basque country, you must eat Pinchos. They are elaborated in many ways. When you enter into a bar, you're gonna see the table full of these Pinchos. So you must try them. When we eat, we usually say on egin. On egin is like on is good, and egin is the verb to do or to make. So it's like, I hope it does you well. It would be like have a nice meal in English, okay? I cannot really translate it and make sense. And then the answer could be something like eskerrik asko ta berdin. We would say on egin. And the answer could be eskerrik asko ta berdin. Eskerrik asko is thank you, eta berdin and the same. So here we have these two forms to start a conversation. So how are you in Basque? So you can say ser modus, ser modus. You can also say long with the verb ser modus zaude, but with ser modus it's more than enough. Then you can also say selan or selan saude. And the last one, nola saude. Nola saude would be how are you, literally translating, because nola is how. Then you can answer osho ondo if you're very good. Osho is very, ondo is good. Ondo is good. Kilikolo, kilikolo, so, kilikolo. Or esañondo, like not too well, not too good, not so good. That is esañondo. And then you can also say charto if you're bad. Charto nago, charto. Okay, so now we are going to see this conversation when we meet a new person, okay? El carrisqueta. El carrisqueta is conversation. So I am going to read first. If you want, you can read with me in order to work the pronunciation, the intonation, and so on. Okay, so Kaixo patxi, aupa amaia, zer moduz? Ondo eta zu? Ni ere oso ondo. Amaia, nor da hori? Hau, nere laguna da, Arantxa. Egunon, ni Arantxa naiz, posten naiz. Kaixo Arantxa, berdin. Arantxa ez da Bilbokoa, Irungoa da. Okay, so now we are going to translate this conversation, but don't worry about the vocabulary. Just write down the words you feel that are helpful for you to learn. Okay, so Kaixo Patxi. Hi Patxi. Patxi is a very common name here in the Basque Country, a very common short name. Aupa Maya. Hi Amaya. Zer moduz? How are you? Ondo eta zu? Good. And you? Ni ere oso ondo. Okay, ere is also. And we write ere after the thing we want to emphasize. So in this case, we want to emphasize I am also good. So after ni, we write ere. Ni I also very good. Amaya, nor da hori? Who is that? In this case, as we've got a question, sometimes with questions, the order of verbs are changed, okay? But with affirmative sentences, generally speaking, the verbs are at the end. Hau, this, nere laguna da. This is my friend. Nere is like ni re. Ni is I, and then this re is a declension, and this declension expresses possession, okay? Like my. This nere is my, or nire is my. Okay, why it isn't nire and it is nere? Okay, in Basque there are many dialects and many variations of the language. So it is possible that we change vowels or we change a little bit endings sometimes. So, for example, ni nice, I am, you can hear ni nas without the I. Or nik dut, that is I have, you can also hear nik dot, nik vet. Okay, so we change sometimes some vowels, some letters, but if it rings a bell to you, it may be the word you are thinking of. Hau nere laguna da, Arantxa. This is my friend, Arantxa. Okay, Arantxa is the name related to the natural world. Hau hori ura. Hau hori ura. This, that, and that one farther. And ura is also he, she, it. Okay, so ura is that farther or he, she, it. And then a beautiful word, laguna. Laguna is friend. And we can also form this word as a verb. Okay, lagundu is the verb. So, what do you think normally friends do? Or why do you call a friend friend, a good friend? Because they help you. So laguna is friend and the verb lagundu is to help. I think it's very poetic, don't you? Okay. And then we have Egunon, good morning. Ni Arantxa naiz, posten naiz. I, Arantxa, am. I am Arantxa, posten naiz. I cannot translate this really, but it's like, I'm glad to meet you, something like that. Posik is happy, so posten would be the verb, like, I feel glad, or Kaixo Arantxa, berdin, hi Arantxa, the same. Arantxa ez da Bilbokoa, Irungoa da. Arantxa not is not Bilbokoa. Okay, this koa is the declension from. So Bilbokoa from Bilbao. Arantxa is not from Bilbao. Irungoa da. In another video, we are going to see why sometimes it is with G, this declension from, and why sometimes it is with K. Irungoa, she's from Irun. And now we are going to learn to say bye-bye, to say goodbye, to finish with this video. Okay, so agurtu, remember that was to say hello or to say goodbye, okay? In this case, we are going to see, or we are going to say goodbye in Basque. Okay, so the most typical one is agur, agur. Then you also have aio, aio. Ikusi arte, like see you. Ikusi is to see, and arte is until, like until I see you, see you. And ondo ibili. Ondo ibili is like walk well, but we would say like take care in that kind of sense. When sometimes I say goodbye, I usually say ondo ibili, ondo izan, ondo pasha. And then we've got some funny rhymes that if you say them, we are going to smile for sure. You're gonna make us smile for sure. So the first one is agur benur. Benur is nothing. It's the name of the movie. But yes, we say agur benur, and little kids sometimes say agur benur eta jan yogur, like agur benur and eat yogurt. Then you can also say gero arte, bonaparte. Gero arte is like see you later. Gero is later, and arte is until, like see you later. Bonaparte. It rhymes, so. Or ondo ibili, maripili, the same, it rhymes, so hope you like this video and see you in the next one. Agur benur!